Hello, and welcome to Foundations of Software Development. My name is Bob Niels. I am the Program Chair of BPA, CPDM, and HIT. For this particular video, we're going to discuss the reasons you're here, discuss the course, the outcomes of the course, what you can expect from the course, and what is going to be expected of you from the course. The reasons you're here shouldn't be a very hard thing to actually know, but for the most part, you should be here if you are a first semester student in any of the following programs: Business Programming Systems Analysis, which is BPA, Computer Programming and Database Programming, which is CPDM, or Health Information Technology, which is HIT. If you're not in one of those programs, you might want to contact your instructor or me to let you to discuss this to make sure you're in the right program and in the right course. Let's talk about the course for a little bit now. This is IT 100 Foundations of Software Development. It was created to help beginners and not so beginners alike to really get a foundation before walking into some of our more, what do you want to say, complete courses in regards to .NET programming, databases, and so on. This course was created to help those get started in this program and basically to succeed in this program. We're going to do this in various ways, and we'll talk about a little bit more as we get through this video. The course should be a fun and interactive course. It's not supposed to be a hard course. It's not supposed to be anything that's going to confuse you. Basically, it's going to help you get ready. We're going to do that in multiple different ways, and once again, we'll discuss that here in a few moments. The course will be presented online. It'll be presented hybrid, which is a little bit of a mixture of online live, and then also face-to-face. More than likely, if you're listening to this video, you're either in a hybrid course or you're in an online course. Okay. Once again, all my programs, for the most part, HIT excluded, our HIT Informatics does not have to take all these courses, but mostly all our programming courses do. There's this .NET 101, IT 111, which is Database Design and SQL, IT 110, which is HTML and Cascading Style Sheets. I consider these our foundation courses. These are the courses you must master to really be able to be successful in this program. To do this, we created this course, IT 100, which will allow you to set yourself up to be successful in those foundation courses. We're very pleased to be offering this course, and we feel that by doing so will allow much more people to be much more successful in those foundation courses, and thus in the entire program, and thus getting great jobs when they actually graduate. It's been my experience over the last several years that offering those 3 courses in the first semester has been tough for a lot of our students. For the most part, they're a lot to work with, and though they're not overly hard, they're hard for people who've never done any of this stuff before. So we created IT 100 to allow people, to teach people, I should say, some of the basic things necessary to be absolutely positively successful in those courses. And that's what we're going to spend the next 15 weeks doing. And we'll discuss that here in a few minutes. So what's the outcomes of the course? What are we here for? What should you know when you're complete with the course? For the most part, we're going to deal with a lot of terminology. A lot of people get stumped on terminology. There's so much of it today, especially in the computer world. There's acronyms, there's terms, and some of it mean the same thing. Some of it mean relatively close, but not exactly. And it can confuse a lot of people, especially those who don't deal with this day to day. We want to make sure we spend the time talking about some of the terms that are going to be used in the foundation courses and the rest of the curriculum now to allow you the time to understand and to ask those questions and make sure you completely understand before diving into those courses. All right? No question at this point in time is stupid in regards to what this term means or what that acronym means. The only thing that's stupid, and you probably heard this a million times, is not asking those questions. I can assure you not everybody understands every term. I've been in this field for over 30 years. I don't. They keep changing daily. So ask questions. Regardless, we want to make sure you at least have the terms down that you're going to be hearing in those foundation courses that your instructors more likely are going to assume you already know. That's what this course is for. Oops, sorry. There we go. We also are going to deal with some foundation and problem-solving skills. It has been my experience that those who do this are highly successful as a programmer, especially a programmer in college, meaning getting through a college curriculum. We want to spend several weeks doing this. I think you're going to have a lot of fun doing this. We're going to pull from what you already know. And yes, everybody here knows something when it comes to solving problems and solving logical problems, which is what we're going to be doing. I think you'll have some fun with this. I think you might be confused at first, but I think you might have a lot of fun recognizing how all this stuff starts looking alike. And then when you get into your .NET programming class, your database classes, things are going to be so much easier than they would have been before. Okay? Also, what we're going to do in this class is take the opportunity to make sure that your home technology, meaning your laptops, your desktops, or whatever you're using to actually do all your assignments and homework for this class and for the subsequent classes coming, is all ready, and all the software you need for development is there, and you've been introduced to it, and it's not foreign to you. So when you walk into those new .NET 1 classes, database classes, you're ready to go. All you need to be learning about then at that point in time is how to program and then how to actually create databases. Trust me, this will make things a lot easier for you once we get there. Okay? Finally, what we're going to do is I want to make sure as your program chair that you completely understand the curriculum that you're in. We'll do this multiple ways. The HIT people will look at their HIT curriculum, BPA, and CPDM will also look at their curriculum. I want to make sure you understand why you're taking every class, including the Englishes, the public speakings, and so on and so on. I want to make sure you understand what the outcomes of every class should be, so you can actually monitor and inventory that as you go through the courses as you continue on with your curriculum. I get that out, okay? So with that said, that's what we want you to make sure you do. I don't want you to come at the end and be shocked that you don't know something. I want to make sure right now you understand what should be coming out of each course. So if you're not getting it, you can let me know as you continue on with your curriculum and as you continue on you to be successful in your curriculum. I hope that makes sense. Okay, what can you expect? Well, I'm hoping you're going to expect a fun and interactive course. This is not supposed to be an overly hard course, nothing hard about it, just a lot of information to make sure you understand certain things. Okay? There should be a lot of discussion. We're going to talk among each other. I don't care if it's online or hybrid or face-to-face. A lot of discussion to make sure people understand things. Okay? At this point in time, it's cool for all of us to be unknowing of technology and computers. This is the time to level set everybody and get everybody up to speed. Okay? You're going to have a lot of opportunity to learn. You got 15 weeks to learn a lot of this. Though we'll be quizzing you and testing you and giving you some projects here and there, we're not going to kill you right off the bat. Your goal is to have an opportunity to learn. A lot of the quiz is going to be based upon what do you know now, so you can actually work on certain things. So at the end of the semester, you're ready and you actually know those terms. Hope that makes sense again. You'll be given a lot of time to gain understanding. That's my point there. Once again, you got all 15 weeks to gain some decent understanding on this. And finally, our goal, ultimate goal in this that you can expect is a firm grasp on the skills and the confidence needed to move on. I want you to walk into those foundation classes that we spoke of totally confident and ready to learn something new. What is expected of you? Well, if I could give you a pill and you can actually learn all this stuff, great. Unfortunately, that's not how it works. You got to learn this, okay? You got to want to learn it, and you got to have the ability and the time to learn it, okay? So with that said, once again, what's expected of you is this, that it's a beginner's course, okay? It's a course to allow beginners and not so beginners, and some cases people who think they already know it all, to make sure they do, okay? No question, once again, is stupid in this case, and nobody should make anybody feel like they're a beginner in this course, okay? So with that said, make sure you understand it's a beginner's course. No fear, no threats, or anything. You got to participate. Online, hybrid, face-to-face. Get out there and talk to people. Get out there and talk to your instructors. Participate in the discussion. Ask the questions what you don't know and what you don't understand. Without hesitation, please do this. Goes to my next one. Ask questions. Make sure you're constantly asking questions. If it's online, email your instructor. Whatever it takes, get a part of the discussion board and ask questions, okay? Ask questions on anything you don't understand so you can gain that understanding. Make sure you do all your assignments, quizzes, tests, and projects. We can't assess you. We can't help you if you're not participating in those types of things. You'll be given stuff each week to do. Try them. Do them. We're not looking for perfection at this point in time. We're looking for what you don't understand, okay? That's what we're looking for. You get it? We're not actually testing you and quizzing you to determine what you understand in all cases. We're trying to determine what you don't understand so we can help you with that, with the goal at the end of this semester you do understand it. By all means, don't fall behind. It's really easy to do in these classes, okay? We don't want you to. Stay up with the material. Do all you possibly can to stay up with the material. Give yourself ample time to do so. As I tell every student, every class you should assume 10 hours a week needs to be spent on that class. That's in the classroom and outside the classroom both, meaning a total of 10 hours. If you're taking it online, 10 hours to listen to these videos and do the assignments and ask the questions, participate on the discussion board, and so on. Give yourself those 10 hours. Block them off. It doesn't be 10 hours straight, a couple hours each day, 3 hours one day, 3 hours the next day. Obviously, some weeks will be less than 10 hours, and obviously some weeks might be more than 10 hours. But for the most part, it's an average. Anticipate that, know that, and set your schedule accordingly. And when you need help, seek it. Ask your instructor. Come see me during my office hours. Come see your instructor during his office hours. Email, whatever necessary. Get involved in discussion boards. Ask for help. Ask your peers for help. All right? It's time to get started, people. I'm glad you're here. I'm glad you're part of these programs. I'm excited for you. I promise you that if you get through this course and you learn what's necessary, you'll do well in your next courses, and I promise you much success down the road. I got employers constantly soliciting me for my students and for jobs. That's a good thing. And so I want you to be part of this. I want you to succeed, and I want you to look back on this experience as a good one. All right, let's get started and have some fun.